Hello everyone, welcome to a new vlog from the ship. Today we have arrived just outside Rotterdam in Holland, Europe. And because there is a big port congestion, we have to wait in anchorage. It seems that the cargo we are carrying is not a priority, so to speak, for this port. So we have to wait in anchorage for a few days. You never know exactly how many days. Sometimes they can say 3, sometimes they can say 15 days. So this is a good opportunity for the ship's crew to do some jobs that are harder or impossible to do while the ship is sailing. So of course, while we are in anchor, we cannot use the freshwater generator. This is our freshwater generator. It has the capacity of about 15 tons per day of fresh water. That is a lot. But in order to produce that much, we have to do proper maintenance on this. I have a full vlog on this channel about the freshwater generator, how it works, what it does, if you are interested in searching for that after this. But I will just tell you a few words, just to have an idea. The freshwater generator is a special machinery on board any vessel that is converting the seawater into fresh water. So that way you can use it for cooking, for drinking, for shower, and so on. Like I was saying, the freshwater generator we have on this ship, which is about 35,000 deadweight ship, this freshwater generator has the capacity of about 15 tons per day of fresh water. But if you are not doing the proper maintenance, the capacity will get lower and lower. And of course, whenever you are expecting anchorage, you want to have your freshwater tanks full of water, so you do not have to buy from the shore. Because if the captain has to call a barge from the port to buy fresh water, it will be very expensive for the company. And then the office will ask questions to the ship's crew and especially to the chief engineers why the ship is not producing its own water. So the freshwater generator has to be good, maintained in good order, and all the proper spare parts have to be ordered in time, and it has to be working all the time. So this is what the guys are doing in engine room, and they are doing the maintenance on this freshwater generator, which has to be done monthly, depending on the area where you are sailing. And you have to do this job when you are in the port or when you are in anchorage. It's better that way. And for me, there was a few job orders. One of them was near the bridge deck. A mushroom fan, was making a lot of noise, and the second officer was complaining for a few days. So this was a good opportunity for me to check this problem. It seems that there was an issue with the bearing. So I was asking the chief mate to lend me the deck cadet to assist me, because this mushroom fan is very heavy. I cannot do it by myself, I will break my back. And the deck cadet was nice enough to want to assist me. There were not many jobs on deck, so he was coming with me, and this way I show him how to change a bearing. It's not his job, but it's always good to have knowledge about everything, huh? And after I finished this job, I continue with the other job, which was in engine room at the shaft. This is the shaft grounding device. I will do a full vlog about this in the future, so subscribe to the channel if you are interested in this. And this is one of the jobs that I was telling you at the beginning of the vlog that cannot be done while the ship is sailing. I cannot work on the shaft of the vessel while it is moving. This is dangerous for me. And of course, this job can only be done in anchorage or in the port when the ship is either loading or discharging the cargo. And after finishing such a busy day, we had to do some relaxing. And of course, we started fishing. This is what the seamen are doing whenever they are in anchorage, because we do not have good internet like you have at home, so we cannot waste our time on YouTube or TikTok or anything like that. The internet that we have on board is only good for chatting and maybe a photo once in a while. But of course the outside activity is much better. We have some fresh air, we do a little bit of fishing with the guys, and this is a good activity to have, because we are like a family here, you know. And the more we spend time together, not only in the workplace, I mean in our free time, the more we spend time together, the more we will understand each other and we will do our jobs better. Because we are only 23 people on board. A ship is a very big place to work, and 23 people is not enough, of course. So the better we understand each other, the more we can help each other and we can do a proper job. So fishing is one of the activities that the crew can do together to become more friendly to each other. This is a relaxing activity. Of course, some people do it only for sports. They catch the fish and then they throw it back. No problem, that is their activity. But when you are a seaman, you prefer to collect this fish fresh from the ocean, from the sea, than to eat it with the provision. Because whenever we are receiving provision on board, we also receive fish, but it is frozen, and it can be frozen for 3, 4, 5 months. We don't know for how long it has been frozen. And if you are eating frozen fish and you compare it to the fresh fish that you catch from the sea, the taste is very, very different. I am sure everybody prefers the fresh one. But of course, this is only for some people. Some of the crew are more sensitive with the stomach, or they just don't want to take a risk to eat wild fish. So this is for only the guys that want to take that risk, so to say. It is not a risk. Nobody got sick from this. But anyway, our chief cook was nice enough to prepare some frozen fish for the people who do not want this fresh fish. That is no issue for him. So of course we were enjoying this lovely time. We were lucky enough to have a wonderful weather. There was no storm, there was no typhoons, or even no raining. Because I am sure that you know, if it is raining, it is impossible to fish. So it was a very lovely day. We had to stay about 6 days in anchorage. So every day after finishing our job orders, about 5:30, 6 in the evening, we were doing a little bit of fishing. And like I was saying, some of the crew members did not want to eat this fresh wild fish, so the chief cook prepared them some frozen fish from our provision. That is safe as well, it adds no problem, just the texture and the taste is different from the fresh one. It's no problem. And of course he was preparing a little bit of soup. We are lucky enough to have enough provisions to accommodate everybody, so anybody can eat whatever they like. We try to make it enjoyable for everybody, but it was a good opportunity for us these 6 days while we were in Anchorage to stockpile our provision. We catch a lot of fish. It seems that we were very lucky, and the ship Anchorage place was abundant in fish, and the guys were very lucky to catch a few buckets of fish. And of course we prepared it in many ways. Some was fried, some was stuffed with some vegetables. Our chief cook was wonderful enough to, and skilled enough of course, to prepare all this wonderful food. And we had a lot of diversity regarding the food. There was fish, there was soup, and of course the messman, the guy with the black t-shirt, that is the messman. He is assisting the chief cook because he cannot do it by himself. He was preparing some pizza while the chief cook was doing the fish. He was preparing some pizza over here with some vegetables, with some salami, with some mushrooms, just to accommodate everybody and to feel good together, you know. When you spend time together, you understand people better, and they are more reliable, and they can assist you with your job or some advice or anything like that. You know, food always brings people together. So we had a wonderful time. Like I was saying, we stayed about 6 days in Anchorage, and all those 6 days were very calm sea. There was no storm, because if there is any big storm while you are at Anchorage, you have to start the main engine and move the vessel, because it can be dangerous. The anchor can be dragged, and there can be some issues. But luckily our 6 days of Anchorage were with nice weather, and we were lucky enough to catch fish every day, and the weather was nice, and we had a wonderful time. And after those 6 days we continue our journey, going in the port and discharging our cargo. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. We had a wonderful time in Anchorage, just outside Rotterdam, with the nice weather, with the good company, and with very fresh fish. Thank you for watching my clip. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more of this and more of the seaman life. Maybe you want to share this clip to your friends. I'm sure they are curious to know what we are doing on board. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day.